All right, good. I ended up center this time. I typically don't end up center. I always be over here. So all praise to the Most High. I'm in the spirit. All right, shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ. Bless. Good morning. Welcome to another mid-morning medicine. All right, I'm Officer Joseph with IUIC Virginia, and we got a good class for you today. So the name of today's class is Murmuring, the Destroyer of Congregation. All right, so we're going to get into it. All right,
we in this building.
Right, we in this building, right? We're going to address that spirit, because these are things typically that rise up amongst the congregations, right? And this, what's wrong with my mic? Can y'all hear me? All right, I'm good. All right, so we're going to address that spirit because this is the things that this is the medicine that our congregations need, how to deal with that, right? So give me the first, let me see, look at my notes. Give me the first definition, right? What is murmuring?
Murmuring, a soft, low, or indistinct sound produced by a person or group of people speaking quietly or at a distance.
Scroll down. Click more. Scroll down. Yep, read the last one, archaic.
Express one's discontent about someone or something.
So to express one's discontent about someone or something, read.
In a subdued manner.
In a quiet manner, meaning they don't even know that you're expressing discontent about them or about said thing. Get the synonyms. Right there. No. Right under it. Right there, right? Now, what are some synonyms? Come on. Complain. Moan. Mutter. Grumble. Grouse.
Carp.
I don't know what that is. That's not a Negro word. Come on.
Whine.
We know what that word means. Come on.
Bleat. Twine.
Come on.
Gripe.
Beef.
Bitch.
Y'all ain't know that was there, did y'all? Yeah. So when you look at somebody, you be like, hey, man, y'all gonna be nice. Hey, the white man knows that complaining is that. Come on. Wince. All right, so we done. You know what I'm saying? Drop that. So those, when you are complaining, when you're murmuring, that's what you're doing. You're expressing discontent about something or someone, but not to them, or not in a way with the person that can actually solve your problem, right? So we're gonna get into it. Give me the first video. Give me my man Elmo. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Elmo. This how some y'all be when y'all be complaining. You know what I'm saying? Especially sisters. This how I be. You know what I'm saying? When I be here complaining. Go ahead, play that thing. Y'all there? Y'all got it? It's a TikTok. There you go. All right. This how some of y'all be complaining. Go ahead. Read that real quick. Pause it. Read that at the top. I got you.
When I hear negative people complain about everybody and everything around them, when they are the real problem.
So when you are the one complaining all the time about everybody and everything, you oftentimes, we oftentimes don't consider that we might actually be the problem that we are complaining about. This be my face. My wife and my kids will tell you when they complaining about something that they are causing, this how I be looking. Look at Elmo. He look just, give me Ciroc 25. I wasn't even thinking about this, but this is what I think of when I see my man Elmo vex like this. Ciroc 25, and I think it's 19. I think that's what I want. Read that.
Ciroc, chapter 25 and verse 19.
Come on.
All wickedness.
No, that's not what I want. What's it? As the climb of a sandy way. Read that. Yep.
Ciroc, chapter 25 and verse 20.
Come on.
As the climbing up a sandy way.
Get Elmo one more time while we read this. Get my man one more time. It says, as the climbing up to a sandy way, read.
Is to the feet of the aged.
Come on.
So is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
That's what I thought of when I heard that, when I saw that. This what some brothers be going through sometime when their wife be complaining.
Damn.
Lord, help me, Jesus. That's what be going on in some of y'all husband's mind when you just complaining all the time. Especially when you can solve the problem that you're complaining about. All right? So drop that. That's all. All right. Get me, Exodus 15 and 22. So this is not all of the reasons, but a few reasons why people will typically complain or murmur is because of discomfort, because they may think they can do a better job than you, or disagreements about judgment, or disagreements about judgment. All right, so I'm going to say that again. Discomfort, they think they can do better, or a disagreement about judgment. Among the main things, not all the way, but among the main things that people would typically complain about. All right, so give me that in Exodus chapter 20, what did I say, 22? Or 15 and 22. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 22.
Come on.
So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea.
Come on.
And they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness.
Read.
And found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah.
Read.
For they were bitter.
Read.
Therefore the name of it was called Marah.
Read.
And the people murmured against Moses.
And the people what?
Murmured against Moses.
So remember, this is fresh out of slavery. Remember, we were complaining to the Lord about the affliction that we were made to endure by the hands of the Egyptians. And he heard our complaints, and then he sent a Savior to recover us, right? Then we get in the wilderness, and you would think after all that God did for us, we would understand, surely God can get us something to drink. Surely God's not going to let us starve or dehydrate to death, right? But no, that's not what they thought was. Read.
And the people murmured against Moses.
So the people began to complain to Moses, read,
saying, what shall we drink?
well, hey, man, hey, look, I'm thirsty. Read.
And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord shewed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet.
So immediately the Lord had a solution. Immediately. But the people didn't understand the Lord already had a solution. All you need to do is ask. A lot of times with brothers or sisters, for that matter, when they complaining, it's as simple as ask a question, or state whatever you need to state without complaining. Like if you got a sincere concern, you can bring it out. But a lot of times people think that being about it or murmuring about it is them just expressing their concerns. And a lot of times you express your concerns to somebody that can't fix your problem. That's the point. That's how you know it's murmuring. Because if I'm telling, let's say, this is my brother. I have an issue with him, but I'm telling this brother. How the hell am I going to fix the problem if I don't go to the person I have the problem with? What is me telling this brother about my issue with this brother do for our situation? It does nothing for our situation. It doesn't solve the problem. So when you're talking to somebody or complaining about something to somebody that has no power to fix it, you are murmuring. That's what's happening. Right? Was that it? Read on.
There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them.
All right, drop that. Now, get me Exodus 16 and verse 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 2.
Come on.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
So now they're murmuring against Moses and Aaron.
Wow.
Right? It wasn't enough for them to complain about Moses. They had to bring Aaron into it too. Their leadership. Come on.
And the children of Israel said unto them,
Read.
would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
Oh, bro, man, we might as well. You might as well left us in Egypt, bro. I mean, if we was just going to die out here, we might as well just died by the hands of the Egyptians. Ungrateful. Israel has always been an ungrateful people. I'm talking about a what have you done for me lately people. That's us. This has got to be talking about black people. Read.
When we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full.
Come on.
For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
You think the nerve, why would God save you from your captors just to let you die in the wilderness? Why would he do that? What is in your mind what lust do you have within you that will make you say such a bold proclamation about the Lord? Because you're not complaining about Moses. Because Moses doesn't have any power to do anything except the Lord give it to him. You're complaining about the Lord. You're saying to God, you might as well left us in Egypt because you brought us out here to die. We ain't got no food. We ain't got no water. That's not true. But they lusting after Egypt. I remember when we had and that's going to be a lot of brothers and sisters here in Babylon. Man, hey, man, I remember the damn Chick-fil-A. You know, I remember the Red Robin. You know, I remember the Roy Rogers. For those that remember Roy Rogers. You know, I remember what's the Ginger Brothers be like? Get the CM chicken. You know, I miss them things, man. We out here eating nothing. That's going to happen to a lot of us. Same thing. Come on. Verse 7.
Verse 7.
Read.
And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord.
Come on.
For that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord.
Against who?
Against the Lord.
They think they complaining about Moses. A lot of brothers and sisters, when they complaining, you think you complaining about the person. You complaining about the Lord. When you complaining about your leadership, they don't deal with my issues fast enough, or I reached out to his wife and he ain't got back to me fast enough, or hey, I called you today a couple of times and you ain't returned my call. Like everything revolves around you. Sometimes it's like thousands and thousands of people all doing the same thing, trying to get a hold of their leadership to fix their problems. And you think, because apparently the world revolves around you and your issues, that they have to drop what they're doing and deal specifically with your issues.
What?
And a lot of times we don't even consider maybe they dealing with something worse than your issue. They might be over here praying for a brother or sister that they might be talking them off a ledge. But so I got this question that I want to ask and y'all not taking it seriously. But they talking somebody off a ledge right now. We don't even consider these things. We don't even consider we're complaining about God. Because that's who set these people up. That's who set Moses and Aaron up. God did. Come on.
And what are we that ye murmur against us?
And who are we? Who's Officer Yosef? Who are we that you complain against us or your leadership? Except God set them up. That's the point. You think you complaining about men. Nah, your complaints is against God. Come on.
Verse 8. And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat.
Because they were complaining about being hungry. Read.
And in the morning, bread to the full.
So I'm going, you know what? You want food? I'm going to give you food till it's coming out your nose. Give you food till it's coming out your ears, out your behind. I'm going to feed you so much, you're going to be pooping it out indirectly. That's how much I'm going to feed. I'm going to bloat you with food till it's coming out of your eye sockets. A brother asked me a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, what if I won $1 billion? I said, I would bow my head, start fasting immediately, and pray to God he don't destroy me. Because in my mind, if God would give me that, God is about to murder me with a strange death. I'm afraid now. When God gives you what you lusting after, and you being wicked, like you murmuring, you being evil, you doing evil things, you in the midst of your sin, and God gives you the desire of your heart, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid if that happens. Because in my mind, God is going to kill me. I've done it now. I've pissed God off to the point of no return. That's what I would think. Maybe I'm crazy though. Read.
For that the Lord heareth your murmurings which ye murmur against him.
Come on.
And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us,
come on,
but against the Lord.
Come on. Was that it?
Yes, sir.
Yep, read verse 12.
Verse 12. I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel.
Come on.
Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread.
Come on.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord your God.
Now, you would think already we would know this. I mean, we just saw him part the Red Sea. We just saw him put all the firstborns to death. We saw him cast Egypt into utter darkness. We saw the miracles of God. You would think we know that this is God and he has power to do these things. But no, we don't. We complain yet still. Right? Numbers 14:2.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Come on.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
Come on.
And the whole congregation said unto them,
Come on.
would God that we had died in the land of Egypt.
Come on.
Or would God we had died in this wilderness.
Notice how we keep saying the same things. No matter what, God gave us some water and sweet water. I'm talking about like you ain't never had no water like this. You ain't never had no water like this. We eating bread from heaven. God giving us food till we burst. We still complaining. Oh, God, would God if we just died in the wilderness? I mean, God, dang, Moses, what the hell is wrong with this? Crazy. That's what we doing. If you think this is white people, you crazy as hell. This can't be white people. This is only Negroes. Come on. And you Hispanics is Negroes too. Don't think y'all not Negroes. Come on.
And wherefore hath the Lord brought us into this land to fall by the sword.
Come on.
That our wives and our children should be a prey.
Read.
Were it not better for us to return unto Egypt?
Read that again.
Were it not better for us to return into Egypt?
We sitting up here complaining, talking about, man, we might as well go back into Egypt. Some of us brothers and sisters in this truth, you know, the only thing stopping you from going back into the world is the right opportunity, the right reason. Because you're not here. Some of you sisters ready to go back into the world. You just need the right opportunity, the right reason. The right reason to blame leadership or blame IUIC or blame your husband or blame somebody because you lusting to go back to Egypt. You don't like keeping the commandments. You don't like the strict discipline that you must adhere to in order to get the kingdom of heaven. You like it here.
Message.
You like it here. You like the whoredom and the debauchery and the LGBTQ and the statue of the strong, independent, fat black women in New York. You like that stuff. You don't like that you got to work and strive and lose weight and submit yourself, because we all got to submit ourselves. The men submit themselves to the men who submit themselves to God. Everyone is submitting. Everyone has to abide by discipline. We all do. Nobody is different. So the people that are lusting to go back into Egypt are saying they don't want to discipline themselves. They hate discipline. They hate structure. They hate order. That's what you're saying. Because America will give you the desire. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can drink a bottle of piss if you want to in America. That's what you can do to your heart's desire. Because there's no cap on what's acceptable in Babylon the Great. But God hasn't raised us like that. Come on. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And they said one to another,
Come on.
let us make a captain and let us return into Egypt.
And so now they want to choose people after their own itching ears. That's where you get brothers and sisters to, hey, also, I just think that you deal with my problems the right way. Like out of all leadership, you really get me.
What?
That's what that is. That's what that is. Y'all be trying to sow discord and stuff like that and take somebody that you feel like is going to allow you to do what the hell you want to do. Because a real leader going to cuss you the hell out if you talking like this. For sisters that want a husband going to cuss you the hell out you get to talking like this. Do you want a leader? Do you want a good man? Do you want a good husband? Do you want a prophet? Or do you want a simp that's going to allow you to do what you want to do? Brothers that be like, man, I want to grow. I want to learn under leadership. Do you want that? Or do you just want somebody that's going to coddle you and tell you everything's going to be okay? You doing good, brother, when you really not. When you say something stupid, they're going to tell you that's stupid. Don't say that. Don't talk like that. What's wrong with you? Why would you say that? Come on. Yeah.
Verse 8.
Come on.
Come on.
If the Lord delight in us,
Come on.
then he will bring us into this land.
Come on.
And give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey.
So it said, if God delighted in us, God already delighted in you by saving you from the hand of your enemies. If God delights in you, then he will give us this land of milk and honey, meaning the promised land, the land of Israel, our home. Come on.
Only rebel not ye against the Lord.
Only rebel not against the Lord. Only rebel not against the Lord, as we always do. Come on.
Neither fear ye the people of the land.
Neither fear ye the people of the land. Read.
For they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them.
Come on.
And the Lord is with us.
And the Lord is with us. Come on.
Fear them not.
Verse 10.
But all the congregation bade stone them with stones.
So you see this? This is what's happening. The leadership, Moses and Aaron, is telling the people, yo, y'all relax. God with us. Don't trip. What y'all tripping for? And they about ready to kill him because they lusting after Egypt. They complaining about going back to Egypt. So much so they about ready to kill people that was just used to save them from people that was trying to kill them.
Wow.
That was killing their babies. That was plotting on destroying their nation. Come on.
And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel.
Verse 11.
And the Lord said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me?
That's a question that's been had with a lot of us in Israel. How long will this people provoke me? How long must I suffer these complaining, whining people who have no real reason to complain? Matter of fact, you are the source of your complaint. How long do I have to endure these people? Come on.
And how long will it be ere they believe me?
And how long before they believe I'm God and I'm the one that gives them the power to get wealth or to eat or to be healed or whatever the case it is that you're complaining about? How long how long till these people have faith? Till they really believe in me? Like he said, I think in Luke 18, when the Lord returns, shall he find faith? That's a question. When I return, are y'all going to believe what is written of me? Are y'all going to believe in me? Are you going to believe in the God who sent me? Do you really believe? Or are you just saying you believe? Read on.
For all the signs which I have showed among them.
For all the what?
For all the signs which I have showed among them.
Because they saw the sun. They saw these things with their own eyes. These things weren't hidden from them, yet they still complained. Come on. Verse 27.
Verse 27.
Come on.
How long shall I bear with this evil congregation?
How long shall I bear with what?
With this evil congregation.
When you complaining all the time about everybody and everything, you are evil as hell. If it is a bunch of people in the midst of congregation, that is a spot in the Lord's feast. The congregation is wicked because murmuring and complaining will spread like a disease. It will spread. It is a cancerous thing, and it can spread through an entire congregation. It can destroy a congregation. That's how severe murmuring is. It's contagious. Come on, read that again.
How long shall I bear with this evil congregation?
Come on.
Which murmur against me.
Which complain against me, not Moses, not Aaron, not your leadership. Who complain against me, against God? Come on.
I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel.
Come on.
Which they murmur against me.
Come on.
Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in mine ears,
come on,
so will I do to you.
Whatever you said to me, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do exactly what you saying to me. You complaining? All right, I'm going to give you a real reason to complain. You ever grow up, right? Like my mother used to do this to me all the time. Like I would cry when I was little. And you ever, like your mother or your father ever see you crying and be like, what you crying for? You want me to give you a reason to cry? Y'all ever heard that before? I used to get told that all the time. The Lord like, oh yeah, you want to complain? I'm going to give you a real reason to complain. Since you want to murmur now, I'm going to give you a real reason to complain. You want to cry? I'm going to give you a reason to cry now. Now cry. I know I'm not the only one that done heard that before. I used to hear that all the time. You, oh boy, what you crying for? You want me to get let me get my belt. You want to cry? No, Mom. I don't want to cry no more. You don't want to cry no more. That's what the Lord telling us. Come on.
Verse 29.
Let's go.
Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me.
He said, since you cannot seem to stop murmuring and complaining so much, I'm going to just kill you here. You're going to die here in the wilderness, except for those that are 20 years old and up, save Joshua and Caleb, and those that are 20 and up. That's it. A whole congregation of people had to die because they couldn't stop complaining. They couldn't stop B-wording. I don't want to say it. They can write safe word, pineapples. They couldn't stop whining. You got to think about that. When you about ready to complain and murmur about something or someone, you got to think and meditate on, what did God do to people? If you are a brother or sister that is always complaining, you have to ask the question, yo, do I got a problem? And I might need to check it because God destroyed people who did this constantly. Right? Was that it? Yep. Verse 30.
Verse 30.
Come on.
Doubtless ye shall not come into the land.
You are not getting the kingdom of heaven with a complainer spirit. And we know black people love to complain about things. And we know black people love to create scenarios and situations that allow them to complain. Come on.
Concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein.
You not getting no kingdom. You ain't coming into the Lord's land with that spirit. Come on.
Save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun.
So outside of those that were 20 and up, the only ones that made it in there of that generation was Joshua and Caleb. Come on.
But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey,
Come on.
them will I bring in.
Come on.
And they shall know the land which ye have despised.
Come on.
But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness.
But as for you, who always got something to say about something, always a problem, never satisfied, never grateful, you going to die here. They're going to bury you here. And that's a lot of us here in Babylon the Great. All right, drop that. Give me the first video, Complainers Need Problems. Watch this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove everything I just said. Because people who complain a lot, they don't want a solution. They don't want a solution. They just want a B-word. That's all. They want somebody to listen to them and go along with them. Play that.
I looked up this question on Quora, and somebody was asking more or less like, what is the psychology behind this? These Kevins, these Karens, these complainers. And
stop.
Out of all,
he said, what is the psychology behind these Kevins, these Karens, these complainers? I'm going to say something. You brothers and sisters, you got a spirit to complain, you are a Karen or a Kevin. That's what you are. You got the spirit of the white man or the white woman. You are a Karen. I'm going to start calling sisters that. I might call my wife that when she started complaining. Hey, listen, Karen, dang it.
Message.
Go ahead, play.
the psychology behind this, these Kevins, these Karens, these complainers. And out of all, there was a bunch of different responses. This one was the best one. Shout outs to David Chasson for saying this. He said, it took me far too long to learn the answer to this one. People who like to complain do not need solutions.
Stop.
Instead,
he said people who like to complain do not need solutions. Now that may sound crazy on his head. Like maybe, they don't need a solution. They got it figured out. No, that's not what he's saying. They're not looking for a solution. They just want to complain. Watch what he says. Come on.
people who like to complain do not need solutions.
Come on.
Instead, they need problems.
They need problems. They need smoke. They need chaos. Deacon Yawanathan did a class, and he was talking about a lot of women are agents of chaos. Some brothers that way too. But a lot of women are agents of chaos. They cannot function except they are causing chaos. They don't need problems to be solved. They need problems. They need stuff going haywire all over the place I feel better now.
Wow.
Burnt the whole damn house down, blew the car up, and now you at peace. When things are destroyed, you are. That is a bugged out mindset. But some people are like that. Come on.
If you solve their solution, they are undermining their ability to complain.
Stop. If you solve their problem, you undermine their ability to complain, which pisses them off.
Bro, what are you talking about,
Makes
man?
them. You ever for brothers that's married, you ever be dealing with your wife and she like arguing and mad about something, and you give her the solution that she says she wants, and she continues arguing as if you didn't fix the damn problem, or creates a whole nother damn problem from the problem that you just solved, and you just looking perplexed. You looking like damn Elmo. You just sit up there like, this mug is crazy. I just solved the problem that you was complaining about. When people are complaining and you fix their problem, you piss them off more because they didn't want a solution. They wanted the problem. That's what he is saying. Come on.
Undermining their ability to complain, which irritates them. Are undermining their ability to complain, which irritates them. Complainers need listeners, not problem solvers.
That's it. Complainers need people to just listen. That's why sisters and gossip and murmuring go hand in. They love that stuff because they don't really want to fix the problem. They just want to sit around and talk about all the problems that they hear and see just because it's cool. It's a vibe. Hey, girl, guess I got. That's why it's something called tea. I remember my wife said that to me a long time in the world. I got this tea. I'm like, what? It's a new tea. Like chamomile, green tea. You know, I love green tea. No, berry tea. What the hell is you talking about? You got a new tea. Oh, you're talking about something. I don't want to hear that.
Man, shut that soft ass shit up, man.
Right. That's crazy, bro. That's why that exists in their circles. Because they don't want problems. They don't want solutions. They want problems. And brothers, a lot of brothers move like that too. Give me the next video. Give me this some of y'all. This how some of y'all is. Go ahead, play that. This my man's, bro. Go ahead, play that.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Run my man back. That's some of y'all brothers and sisters that when there's a solution to a problem, y'all like, nah. That was that's too peaceful. I don't want peace. Play it again.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
That's some of y'all
I don't
spirit.
want peace. I want problems
That's some of y'all
always.
spirit. Y'all don't want peace. You want problems always. You don't want to fix the solution. You don't want to fix it. You want problems all. That's some of y'all need to say that to y'all wife sometime. Just when she get to complaining, just put that on and play it and just show it to her. And just play it over and over and over again until she catch it. She don't want peace. She want problems
I don't want
always.
peace. I want problems.
Right. They want problems always. All right, drop that. Give me the next video. I'm going to try to speed along. Got quite a bit to cover. Give me the next video. All right, watch this. Listen to this. Now, he going to sound mad Christian-y at some points, but he says something very heavy. Go ahead, play.
Okay, I want you to ask yourself a question. In the past week, how many times have you complained about something? Be honest. A person, work, whatever. All right,
No,
you got
stop.
that?
Stop. Now, this is where you have to do your own examination within yourself. Because he asked the question, how many times this week have you complained about something, whether it was a person, whether it was a thing or whatever? How many times, this for me, this for you, this for everybody, how many times this week just started, it's only what, Tuesday? It's Tuesday. How many times have you complained this week already? Just since Sunday. And for a lot of us, it's a lot. For some of us, you complaining right now. Some of us right now, why he always talking about complaining? Why he talking about the what's it? Man, he just don't understand. I got problems. Some of y'all complaining right now, violining like this. Some of y'all complaining right now. His mic not loud enough. You know what I'm saying? Why he holding the mic with both of his hands like that? Why he got a computer up there? I want a computer.
Bruh.
Why the background so dang purple? Some people just complain. It's Tuesday. And some people don't complain a month's worth of complaints by now. And it's just Tuesday. So you got to ask yourself, how many times have you complained this week? Go ahead, play.
Now ask yourself, what did you do about it?
Just stop. Now ask yourself. Remember I said people who complain a lot don't want to solve the problem. What did you do about it? Because a complaint means there's a problem that needs to be solved. What did you do about it? Come on.
You see, many people complain because it's the only thing they know how to do.
Damn. Stop.
Faced with
Some people complain. What's going on, bro?
Complaining
Stop.
feels.
Some people complain because it is the only thing that they know how to do. They don't know how to do anything else except for complain and murmur. Come on, play on.
You see, many people complain because it's the only thing they know how to do when they're faced with a circumstance they don't like. Complaining feels good until we realize that it doesn't do any good.
Stop. He said complaining feels good until we realize, and for some people, they never realize that complaining doesn't fix the problem unless you are solution oriented. If you have a genuine issue and you go about to fix the problem, that's not murmuring. But if you complaining to people about something that they have no ability to control or fix, you just complaining. And even if you do complain, they tell you, oh, well, go to this brother. And you don't want to do it. You ain't trying to fix it. It just feels good, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't fix anything. Come on.
Complaining is like an unconscious way of admitting that you don't have the power, courage, or focus to do anything about what you're complaining about. Now, what if you took all of that energy and instead of talking it out, you started walking it out?
Stop. Now, I don't like though he said that. Sounds mad Creflo-y. But the point is true. The energy that a lot of us put into complaining would be best spent fixing the problem. That's essentially what he just said. Why not take that energy that you complaining about and do something about it? Come on.
Your research actually shows that complaining primes you for negativity. So it creates this habit of focusing on what's wrong instead of what's right or what's possible. And that means you might end up talking about what needs to happen, but you won't actually make anything happen.
Right. Some people just complain and don't do nothing. You know how crazy it would be to complain about being broke, but you don't got a job?
Hey,
you ain't
bro,
looking
come on
for a
now,
job?
dog.
You ain't filled out one job
Come
application?
on, man.
You know how crazy it would be to complain about you ain't got a ride, but you never go get a driver's license, go try to look for a car, stack up some money. You know how crazy you look and sound complaining about something that you are the reason that you complaining? You got all the ability to fix it, but you just won't, but yet you still complaining? That's like that. It's like an apple on the ground, and you looking at the apple, like, man, I'm hungry, man. Dang, it's some bull, man. I mean, I just wish I had something to eat. Hey, man, it's an apple right there. Yeah, man, but it's too far, bro. I just don't feel like reaching over there. And plus, I don't even want apples, bro. I don't even like apples like that. I'm sorry. I didn't know hungry meant be picky. I thought we were talking about solving a problem. Negro, it's an apple right there. The problem is you're hungry. Eat the damn apple and curb your hunger. But you don't want to fix the problem. You just want to complain.
The hell is this?
Come on.
Complaining will keep you stuck in a cycle of frustration, and it robs you of the power to change your situation. So
Stop. He said complaining keeps you in a cycle. Run it back. He said something heavy. Run it back just a little bit.
but you won't actually make anything happen. Complaining will keep you stuck in a cycle of frustration, and
Stop.
it robs you.
He said complaining will keep you in a cycle of frustration that robs you of the power to what?
Of the power to change your
To
situation.
change your situation. You have the power to change your situation, so you ain't complaining about it. But complaining will keep you in that constant loop of complaining and never fixing the problem. That's the danger of murmuring. It will keep you in this loop and you never fix anything. You just stay in this proverbial complaining circle until you get judged eventually, as we just read. Come on.
So next time when you feel the need to complain about something, change something, close your mouth, and get to work. I promise you'll feel better when you're done.
All right, so that's
Okay,
it. That's it. All right, give me number 16 and 1. So another reason that we murmur or complain is because a lot of times we think we can do better than somebody else, whether it's your leadership or your husband or whatever the case may be. We complain because we think we have the best way, right? Give me that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Come on.
Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men.
Come on.
And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly.
So it says Korah, Dathan, and all of these men took 200 or so people and rose up against Moses and Aaron, right? Princes, meaning these weren't, your average people. These were leaders that rose up against their leadership. Why, might you ask? Because they figure they can do a better job than their leader or their leaders. They have somewhat to complain about. Come on.
Famous in the congregation.
So these were famous men. Read.
Men of renown.
These were men with power. Come on.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron.
Come on.
And said unto them, ye take too much upon you.
You doing too much. You take too much responsibility on you. You take too much glory to yourself. Come on.
Seeing all the congregation are holy.
We all holy. We all equal. We all the same. That's crazy. You didn't do none of the things that the Lord had Moses and Aaron do. But we all equal. We all is God not dealing with all of us? You take too much to yourself. You want to exalt yourself above us. Not God exalted him above you. You're exalting yourself above us. Matter of fact, because if it was just God, we all holy, we all equal. If it was just that, why would you be the one trying to push it? Why wouldn't you be, well, what about this brother? Nah, that's fluff. You want to be the top dog.
Message.
Right, you want to be the grand poobah. The HNIC. Come on.
Every one of them. And the Lord is among them.
And the Lord is among who?
And the Lord is among them.
Come on.
And the Lord, wherefore, then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
You hear this? A lot of people, a lot of brothers and sisters in here really believe that leadership set themselves up. A lot of sisters look at their husbands like, how are you over me when we both Israelites? We both holy. Nah, we holy. Yeah, absolutely. But there's hierarchy in everything. There's always someone above somebody. No one is equal. That's stupid people talk. If we all equal, then I should be able to get pulled over by the police and not fear for my life. That's a clear indicator that my life is not valued the same as somebody else's. We're not equal.
You smoke crack, don't you?
We're not equal. No one has ever been equal. Carnally, Mike Tyson is not equal. I'm talking prime Mike Tyson. He shelled himself. Even now, Mike Tyson is not equal to a damn 15-year-old boy. Mike Tyson will beat the hell out of the average 15-year-old boy today. They are not equal. What is people talking about? That's crazy people talk. But when you're not in the spirit, you'll sound like this. Come on.
And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face.
And when Moses heard it, he fell on his face to the Lord. Come on.
And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his.
He said, tomorrow the Lord going to show you who on his side. Come on.
And who is holy.
And who's holy. Who's really holy. Since we all holy. Because y'all niggas right now. Y'all not holy. You evil right now. The Lord going to show you who really holy. Come on.
And will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel.
Come on.
To bring you near to himself to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord.
So he's telling Korah and Dathan and them, y'all tripping. Y'all, it's not enough for you that the Lord chose you to be famous, men of renown, exalt you before the congregation. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. You desire my position. When Moses didn't desire his position. They weren't there when Moses was pissing God off about the Lord. I'm surely there's somebody better than me. God taught Negro, I told you who I'm going to send. Scripture said the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses because Moses didn't see himself as anything worthy to be in the position. So Moses didn't want the position any more than your leadership didn't ask for the position. But a lot of brothers and sisters will be thinking your leadership put themselves up rather than the Lord set them up. Y'all think that people desire to be in that position based on I want to be that rather than their works and how they move and how they deal in the spirit is what showed they desired it. Like we read in 1 Timothy 3. If a man desired the office of a bishop, he desired for the good work. Then it gives the standards and the prerequisites of it, meaning keeping of the commandments and faith. That's what that means. So just by keeping the laws, you show what you are about. And the Lord exalts those people. They don't exalt themselves. That's Negro stuff. Negroes exalt themselves. Gang members put themselves up and stuff like that. Simple women exalt themselves. Prophets are exalted by God. That's how that goes. Come on.
And to stand before the congregation to minister unto them.
Read.
And he hath brought thee near to him.
And he brought you near to him. Read.
And all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee.
Come on.
And seek ye the priesthood also.
And gave y'all the high position, and y'all want more? Come on.
For which cause?
For which cause? Because you think you can do better than me, you do what? Come on.
For which cause? Both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord.
Are gathered together against who?
Against the Lord.
No, against your leadership.
Against the Lord.
Against Aaron.
Against the Lord.
Against Moses.
Against the Lord.
Come on.
And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him?
So when you rise up and you complain against your leadership, again, you are complaining against the Lord.
Hit the bomb!
And against his anointed. That's what you are doing. And the sentence for that is death. Now, the Lord be merciful with people and give you time. But for some people, if they don't get it straight, you going to drop dead. Straight to the point, no chaser. You screwed. Come on.
And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up.
Man, we ain't got to listen to you. I'm not, you can't call me nowhere. I'm above you. This is how some people deal with their leadership. This is how some women deal with their husbands. Come on.
Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of a land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us?
You hear this nonsense? You brought us out here. We was good in the land of milk and honey. He ain't talking about the kingdom. He talking about Egypt.
Wow.
Crazy niggas sitting up here. You brought us out here in the wilderness and took us from the promised land where we were slaves to make yourself a ruler over us. You see how crazy, you see how quickly Negroes forget? Wait a minute. They was beating your back and raping your women and killing you and your babies. And you say, that was the land of milk and honey?
Bro, what are you talking
These
about?
are crazy, bugged out people we reading about. Because they have a preeminent spirit. They think they can do better. That's where all this nonsense, they are in sin. Come on.
Verse 20. And the Lord spake unto Moses and said unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation,
Come on.
that I may consume them in a moment.
Read that again.
Separate yourselves from among this congregation.
Come on.
That I may consume them.
That I may kill them. God is going to separate you from his righteous and put you to death if you can't put this complaining spirit away. Come on.
And that I may consume them in a moment.
Read. Verse 26.
Verse 26. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men.
These what?
These wicked men.
Come on.
And touch nothing of theirs.
And don't even touch anything that belongs to them. Separate yourselves from them. Don't even touch nothing that belongs to them. Come on.
Lest ye be consumed in all their in all their sins.
In all their what?
In all their sins.
So what's their sins? Complaining, murmuring, against their heads, against their leadership, against their husband for the sisters, against their leadership. That's what their sin is. Come on.
So they get up from the tabernacle of Korah,
Come on.
Dathan and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents.
Come on.
And their wives.
And their what?
And their wives.
And their wives. Come on.
And their sons.
So for brothers that complain, you may get your wives and your children put to death. That's how, because a lot of times you be at home whispering to your wife or allowing her to whisper to you and you ain't checking that. A lot of brothers talking with the woman lying in her bosom and they ain't checking it. And you complaining about your leadership or complaining about somebody to your wife and vice versa.
Damn.
Maybe even your children. And God said he's going to put you to death. Y'all all defiled. Read that again.
So they get up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents.
Come on.
And their wives and their sons and their little children.
Come on.
And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works.
This how you going to know that the Lord sent me and not I set myself up. Read.
For I have not done them of mine own mind.
I didn't do any of this. I ain't bring you out of Egypt by my own hand. The Lord sent me to do these things. I didn't part the Red Sea. God parted the Red Sea. I didn't send them plagues on Egypt. God sent them plagues on Egypt. I didn't cause manna to come down from heaven and stuff like that. God did that. I didn't bring water out of the rock. God did that. So when you think you're complaining against me, you're complaining against God himself. So since you think I set myself up, I'm just this wicked Negro, God's going to show you who set me up and who did all these wonderful miracles and glorious things. Read on.
If these men die the coming death of all men,
Read.
or if they be visited after the visitation of all men,
Come on.
then the Lord hath not sent me.
So if they die regular old death, the Lord ain't sent me. Come on.
But if the Lord make a new thing,
But if God do some new stuff, come on,
and the earth open her mouth,
and the earth eat them, come on,
and swallow them up
read,
with all that appertaineth unto them,
and all they belongings, come on,
and they go down quick into the pit,
read,
then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord.
that these men have what?
Provoked the Lord.
Provoked their leadership,
Provoked the Lord.
provoked Moses,
Provoked the Lord.
provoked their husband.
Provoked the Lord.
Then they shall understand they provoked the Lord. They murmured against God. If they die a new death. So they going to die. Just let's see how they die. They die common or the ground eat them. Now, I don't know about you. Somebody say that to me, I'm pissing myself. That's just me. That scares me. If somebody walk up to me and be like, hey, listen, if the Lord do a new thing and the ground open its mouth and you just fall into it and the ground begin to chew you and then swallow you, yeah, the Lord sent me. I'll be like, yo, what the
Hell no.
Did this dude just say the ground gonna eat me? Yeah, my bad, dog. You got it, bro. That's just me, bro. That's just me. Come on.
Verse 31. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them.
Hold on. So soon as he said it, no sooner than he said it, the ground did what?
And that the ground clave asunder
The ground opened up.
that was under them.
Come on.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up.
Come on. And what he said, what he prophesied against them came to pass. Come on.
And swallowed them up and their houses and all the men that appertaineth unto Korah.
Come on.
And all their goods.
Read.
They and all that appertaineth to them went down alive into the pit.
Meaning their wives, their children, their babies, their stuff all went down into the ground. Come on.
And the earth closed upon them.
And the earth closed upon them while they were yet alive. Come on.
And they perished from among the congregation.
And everybody watched them die. They watched a whole congregation of people die in the wilderness. They couldn't stop complaining. They couldn't stop B-wording, griping, whining. They couldn't stop. Come on. Was that it? All right, give me the next video. Now I said some things people complain about because they just disagree with judgment, right? Watch this. Give me the next video. It says toxic family.
When they always think that they're right, and no matter what you tell them, and even if you're a subject matter expert in whatever topic you're talking about, they're never wrong, and they're always right, and you seem to feel like you're always wrong. That is a toxic person. When they
now he says it's a toxic person, but what he's essentially addressing is people who feel like they know better. So the leadership that the Lord has set up, when it comes to matters of judgment and dealing with the people according to the scriptures, they are somewhat of a subject matter expert. So when they make a certain judgment and determination, because they counsel, they read and they study the scriptures, they communicate with their leaders, and then the judgment goes forth. When you say, nah, I don't think that's right, or you feel like you know better, and that's always your stance, because for a lot of people, that's their stance a lot of times, especially with a lot of sisters when your husband checks you. What you're saying is you don't agree with the judgment. You don't agree with that. You don't agree with that, and now you're complaining. Well, I don't think, I think what y'all did to the brother was wrong. I don't like the way y'all dealt with him. Or I don't like the way you dealt with her. I think you should have did it this way. Or I don't like the way you said that. I think you should have said it this way. That's what you're saying to a subject matter expert. That's what you're doing, right? Give me the next video.
The guy who founded it is idealistic and won't let me touch it. Let's get rid of him.
I think that's exactly what I talked about in your show last time, which is sort of the idea of when you and you were there in the beginning, like the garage phase. Luke, you came over, and it was very humble beginnings. I mean, and it's still it.
So he's talking about like the beginning and the building of a company or a business, right? And he said something very profound. He said, you were there in the beginning. Now, I'm going to bring it up to IUIC, right? IUIC, the bishops, the deacons, a lot of the captains have been here from the beginning, right? They have hundreds of years combined of experience in guiding, in teaching, in judging, and purging the congregation. Countless years of experience that you couldn't even measure. You couldn't even begin to understand because they were here from the beginning, right? They understand what it takes to not only build a congregation, but to sustain it with the Bible. Come on.
I mean, I'm rebuilding now. But it's like they take a backwards looking focus and say, why is James taking all these risks in the first place? I can do it better.
Right. So when leadership does something, they pronounce a certain judgment. You're like, why would he do that? You're saying you can do it better than them. You're saying they got it wrong and you have the right idea, the right understanding over people that from the beginning, you wouldn't have an IUIC without those men. You wouldn't have left Egypt had God not sent Moses and Aaron.
message.
Come on.
Why is James taking all these risks in the first place?
Why is he taking us out here in this wilderness and taking all these risks? It's hot out here. It ain't no water here. It ain't no food out here. Not realizing that your complaining is the reason y'all trucking for 40 damn years in the wilderness. It's you. You are your own damn problem. It's you. It's not them. It's you. You can't shut the hell up.
Message.
You can't stop complaining. Come on. Come on.
James taking all these risks in the first place. I can do it better. I can do it better than him. That's just human nature. It's just what people do, and they look at these numbers. And whenever we get a check, I never celebrate when we get checks. And sometimes people will be like, "Wow!"
Right. So a lot of times we'll have milestones. We'll do great things in Israel, as we should, and it is good, and it is good to celebrate it, and we all get excited about it, right? But watch what he says next, because people will see the great things that we do, and they'll celebrate and they'll be hyped when we hit a milestone. But watch what he says next. Come on.
Whenever we get a check, I never celebrate when we get checks. And sometimes people would be like, wow.
One thing that I absolutely admire about leadership is even when we hit a substantial goal or milestone, they always remain very stoic, very calm, cool, and collected, right? While people are, I always have noticed that with like the bishops, the deacons, and the captains, like we'll do something great, and the people will be like, woo, and they'll celebrate with us. But a lot of times I'll just pay attention. They're just very reserved, very stoic, very chill, because their mind is on job's not finished. There's more to do, right? Watch what he says.
We celebrate when we get checks, and sometimes people will be like, wow, and they hold it, human, oh, wow, $500,000. I'm like, do you have any idea? I actually would say this at the water cooler. Do you have any idea how much blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice, FBI raids, time in hotel rooms away from loved ones? People don't think about it that way.
Right. That was such a heavy point. So a lot of times, especially when we complain about stuff, about our leadership, what often gets missed is the blood, sweat, tears, time, disappointments, obstacles, adversities, time spent away from loved ones. We miss those. We don't think about the sacrifices that went into building such a vast, structured organization. We don't think about those things because it takes that type of mindset and that type of sacrifice to build it. So when you complain about things, when you complain about the people that are clearly doing the Lord's work because you are experiencing some discomfort, or you think you have the better way, or you don't agree with a particular judgment, you're completely ignoring the fact that these are subject matter experts. You really are in no position. You have no what they call, you have no bone in the fight. That's what's happening. You're just simply about to destroy yourself. You just don't know it yet. Was that it on that? All right, give me numbers 16 and 41.
The book of Numbers, chapter 16 and verse 41.
Come on.
But on the morrow, all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, saying.
So this is right after God opened the ground up and killed Korah, Dathan, and all of those people that were complaining because they thought they could do better than Moses. And right after that, the other people started complaining to Moses and Aaron. Come on.
Saying, ye have killed the people of the Lord.
Wait, did Moses kill these people?
What?
Did Moses open the ground up? Or did God? Remember, these people saw the miracles and gave glory to God for them. A lot of times we'll see leadership do things, or we'll watch leadership cuss wicked people the hell out. And we'll be like, yeah, we be hype about it. But then when leadership cuss us the hell out, now they wicked. And it could be about the same thing that they cuss somebody else out about, but now they wicked because they said it to you. Now you don't agree with the judgment, but you agree with it. This person, now why you don't agree? You agree. We agreed about it when God was killing the Egyptians for the evil that they did, but now when he's dealing with us for our evil, now we don't agree with the judgment. Well, how does that work?
Bruh.
Ain't we supposed to be the light? Ain't we supposed to be the standard? Read that again.
Verse 41. But on the morrow, all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
Come on.
Saying, ye have killed the people of the Lord.
You killed the people of the Lord. Come on.
And it came to pass when a congregation was gathered against Moses and against Aaron, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation. And behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared.
So they started to gather to put Moses and Aaron to death. That's what's happening. They were so offended by what God did to these wicked people because they were in agreement with it, believe it or not. They about ready to kill Moses and Aaron. Come on.
And Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, get you up from among this congregation,
Separate yourself from these wicked people. Come on.
that I may consume them as in a moment.
And I'm going to kill them, every last one of them. You notice a pattern. We get the complaining. God give us some mercy. We keep complaining. God put us to death. Come on.
And they fell upon their faces.
Come on.
And Moses said unto Aaron, take a censer and put fire therein from off the altar, and put on incense, and go quickly into the congregation,
Come on.
and make an atonement for them. For there is wrath gone out from the Lord.
Read.
The plague is begun.
So in spite of the fact that these people were ready to kill him, he prayed and said, hey, yo, listen, man, go make an atonement for them. God is about to, he's killing them. He's killing them now. Go stop the plague. God, they dying, Aaron. Go. You got to think about the mindset of a person like that. In spite of the fact that the people that he's sacrificing for and they hate him, he's still willing to put his life on it. He's willing to stand against death for these people. And a lot of times, what doesn't get said, or at least what's not understood, is that your leadership stands between you and death a lot of times. Because you don't do what they do. You don't do and won't do what they do and aren't willing to do what they do. That's the very real reality about it. A lot of complaining comes from people that wouldn't do a quarter of the things that these people are willing to do. A lot of people complained about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, a lot of great leaders that rose up over the years. And when they were alive, people hated them. But they wouldn't do a damn thing about none of the things that those men were willing to die trying to do for their people. It's the same story all throughout history. It ain't different. It ain't different. And it ain't going to be different. It's going to be the same thing repeating itself. Come on.
Verse 47. And Aaron took as Moses commanded and ran into the midst of the congregation.
Come on.
And behold, the plague was begun among the people. And he put on incense and made an atonement for the people.
Come on.
And he stood between the dead and the living.
And he what?
And he stood between the dead and the living.
He put himself between God and the people that were the devil. This is not a young man, by the way. This is an old man. This is an old bro. Imagine your grandfather running with a censer and incense to stop your wicked behind from dying. You young and in the fullness of your strength. You got your dang 80-something, 90-something-year-old grandpa running up here, running to the front of something to stop your wicked behind from dying. Because you ain't going to do it. A lot of y'all, if y'all see y'all people dying, you can, man, let them wicked niggas die. But this is a person who loves their God and loves God's people. So how the hell you complain? What you got to complain about? It ain't like you standing between death and the people. It ain't like you jeopardizing your lives. A lot of y'all. Some of y'all are. A lot of y'all, you know, this is church for you. You just come in here, you sit down, you eat something, you watch class, you bang a tambourine. You don't bang no tambourine. Y'all better not be banging no tambourines. You bang the proverbial tambourine. You might got a fan. Some of the sisters be having fans. They be up there fanning and stuff. Some brothers be up there with they you know, banging their tambourines in the back of the classroom. Right? This Christian church to you. You don't really do anything, though. You just come here and you complain. And if you don't stop, you're going to get put to death. Come on.
And he stood between the dead and the living.
Come on.
And the plague was stayed.
And the plague was stayed. Come on.
Now they that died in the plague were 14,700.
How many people died in the plague?
14,700.
14,700 people died. You know how many people that is? Wow. That's bodies. That's bodies on bodies. That's an ocean of dead people. Because they just couldn't stop complaining. And the bitter truth is, for some of us, that's going to have to happen. Because you're just not going to stop complaining. Keep reading.
Beside them that died about the matter of Korah.
So besides the 200 plus that died, separate from that, 40,000 more. You got to think about that. You got to put these images in your mind when you want to complain about something. Because this ain't just them. This them, their wives, and their babies. You want to get your baby killed? That little wee baby that you sitting up there holding, that you nursing, he's suckling. He making goo sounds and everything. You want to get that baby killed? That cute little sweet baby that you complaining all the time, and then God put you and your little baby to death. That's the thing you got to think about. Come on.
And Aaron returned unto Moses, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the plague was stayed.
Jude 1:16. Jude 1:16. We're going to try to power through some of these. I'm going to have to skip around.
The book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 16.
Come on.
These are murmurers, complainers,
Read.
walking after their own lusts.
Murmurers and complainers walk after their own lust. It's you. It's something in you that allows you to complain. It feels good to you because you're not solving a problem. Come on.
And their mouth speaketh great swelling words.
And their mouth speak great swelling words. You brought us out here to die. You brought us from the land of milk and honey. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't like the way you dealt with that situation. Come on.
Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage.
1 Corinthians 10:1.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1.
Come on.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud,
Come on.
and all passed through the sea,
Come on.
and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. But with many of them God was not well pleased.
Come on.
For they were overthrown in the wilderness.
God was not pleased with a lot of us in the wilderness because we were complaining all the damn time. Read on.
Now, these things were our examples.
These things were our what?
Our examples.
So when we read the scriptures, we're supposed to look at these things as examples of what not to do or what to do. Like it said in Romans 15, these things were written for our learning. That's what this is saying. These things were written for our examples. Come on.
To the intent we should not lust after evil things.
That we should not lust after evil things. Come on.
As they also lusted.
So a lot of us up in here complaining, we know different than our forefathers and mothers in the wilderness. And we lusting after evil things, which allow us to complain and murmur all the damn time. Come on.
Neither be ye idolaters.
And that's a form of idolatry because you murmuring against God. So what is that? You're your own God now. And your pleasure and your lust, you've exalted above God.
What?
Come on.
As were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink.
Come on.
And rose up to play.
Come on.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
Read that again. Fell in one day. How many?
23,000.
Wow. 320,000 people fell in one day. You got to put these numbers in your. You couldn't even fathom seeing 320,000 dead bodies. You couldn't fathom that in one day. Come on.
Neither let us tempt Christ.
Neither let us what?
Neither let us tempt Christ.
Come on.
As some of them also tempted.
As some of them also tempted. Come on.
And were destroyed of serpents.
So he's giving you the history of what was happening in the wilderness when we were complaining all the damn time. Come on.
Neither murmur ye.
Neither what?
Neither murmur ye.
Neither what?
Neither murmur ye.
Come on.
As some of them also murmur.
As some of them also what?
As some of them also murmur.
Come on.
And were destroyed of the destroyer.
And were destroyed of the destroyer. Come on.
Now, all these things happen unto them for ensamples.
So all these things happened to us for examples. Come on.
And they were written for our admonition.
And they were written for our admonition, for our edification, so that we could grow and learn what not to do. Come on.
Upon whom the ends of the world are come.
Come on.
Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed, lest he fall.
He said, those who think that you stand, take heed. Be very careful, lest you fall. Because these spirits is in all of us. Every single one of us can succumb to murmuring and complaining. You have to guard your spirit. You have to examine yourself daily. You have to die daily. Philippians 2:14.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Come on.
Do all
Wait,
things
wait.
without murmurings
Do all things without what?
without murmurings.
Do all things. When you tap into the mindset where you can go about your daily life without complaining, you are truly in the spirit of the Lord. Because God said, do all things without murmuring. That's literally what that means. Some of us haven't got there yet. Do all things without complaining. Read it again.
Do all things without murmuring.
Come on.
And disputing.
And arguing. Because murmuring will inevitably lead to arguments. Or what's the word I'm looking for? Disputes. Disagreements. Come on.
That ye may be blameless and harmless.
That you may be what?
Blameless and harmless.
If you might have an issue, but if you don't complain, you blameless. And that don't bring forth an issue that you see. Just fix the problem. Be solution oriented. Come on.
The sons of God without rebuke.
Read.
In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation.
Come on.
Among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
Among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 6.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Let's go.
For wisdom is a loving spirit.
Come on.
And will not acquit a blasphemer of his words.
Come on.
For God is witness of his reigns.
Come on.
And a true beholder of his heart.
Come on.
And a hearer of his tongue.
And a hearer of what?
Of his tongue.
A lot of times we be thinking the Lord don't hear us. You think the Lord ain't listening to you. Everything you say out of your mouth, you're going to give account for. Everything. Come on.
For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
Come on.
And that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice.
Have knowledge of the what?
Of the voice.
Of the what?
Of the voice.
Come on.
Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things.
He that what?
That speaketh unrighteous things.
Oh, murmurs. Come on.
Cannot be hid.
Cannot what?
Cannot be hid.
Read.
Neither shall vengeance.
Read.
When it punisheth pass by him.
Neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by you. Meaning God is going to judge you if you don't stop complaining. Because he hears your complaining and your whining. He hears these things. And he gives you space to repent. But if you won't, neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by you. It ain't going to overlook you. Come on.
For inquisition shall be made unto the counsels of the ungodly.
Come on.
And the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord.
And the sound of his what?
And the sounds of his words.
And the sounds of his word shall what?
Shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
You gonna know why you being judged. Your own evil gonna air your behind. Your own words gonna betray you. Your own words gonna betray you. Come on.
For the ear of jealousy heareth all things.
For the ear of jealousy heareth all things. Come on.
And the noise of murmuring.
And the noise of what?
Of murmuring.
Of what?
Of murmuring.
Come on.
Is not hid.
And the noise of murmurings is not hid. You not hiding. Come on. Your things that you complain about are not hid. I don't care if you get away with it for months, years, whatever. Your words is going to come back to bite you in the behind. Period. That's what the Bible says. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 11.
Therefore, beware of murmuring.
Therefore what?
Beware of murmuring.
Therefore beware of murmuring. Read.
Which is unprofitable.
Which is what?
Which is unprofitable.
It does not profit you. We just read all the evil that befell us for complaining. Read it again.
Therefore, beware of murmuring.
Come on.
Which is unprofitable.
Come on.
And refrain your tongue from backbiting.
That's talking behind people's back. It's the same thing. Beware of murmuring and backbiting. Come on.
For there is no word so secret.
There's no word so secret.
That shall go for naught.
Come on.
And the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul.
You gonna get yourself put to death for complaining. Your mouth gonna get you killed. And we know that. Is that not what happens in the black community? A lot of the death that happened in the community come from women and weak men running their damn mouth all the time. And you get your brothers and your sisters put to death. Or yourself put to death. A lot of sisters have been getting put to death lately because they can't shut the hell up. And I'm talking about in the world. A lot of women open their mouth, they run their mouth, and they get a problem that they didn't want. A lot of brothers barking, talking that talk, and they get themselves put to death in the world. God said, your mouth gonna slay your soul if you ain't careful. Job 9 and 20.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 20.
Come on.
If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me.
Because when you complaining and you get told you complain, hey, just relax. Nah, bro, you wrong, blah, blah, blah. And you still going into your own, what you're doing is seeking to justify yourself. That's why a lot of you complain. Because in your mind, you're justified in what you're saying. But God said, if I justify myself, read that again.
If I justify myself,
come on,
mine own mouth shall condemn me.
If you justify yourself, your own mouth going to be the thing that condemns you. Come on.
If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse.
Luke 16 and 15. We're going to go through these quick.
Let's go. The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 15.
Come on.
And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
You justify yourselves in front of men. You don't think God listening. You don't think God hear your words. You don't think God in the midst of none of it. Come on.
But God knoweth your heart.
But God know what you really mean. God know your heart. God know the things you say when ain't nobody looking. Come on.
For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of God.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 20.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 20.
Come on.
Curse not the king.
Read that again.
Curse not the king.
Read that again.
Curse not the king.
Who's the king? Christ. When you complain, you curse the king. Come on.
No, not in thy thoughts.
Not in your thoughts. Come on.
And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber.
Come on.
For a bird of the air shall carry the voice.
You ever heard somebody say, a little birdie told me? You ever heard that before? When people complain or they talking about somebody and they're like, hey, yeah, I heard what's name sleeping with so-and-so. Oh, who told you that? Oh, a little birdie told me.
Message.
That's what that's saying. A lot of the complaints and stuff that be happening, y'all think it don't go nowhere. Yeah, a birdie carried that joint forth. And then before you know it, you standing in front of your leadership being asked certain questions. Or you getting judged among the congregation because you don't know how to keep your mouth closed. Read it again.
Curse not the king. No, not in thy thought. And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber.
Come on.
For a bird of the air shall carry the voice.
Come on.
And that which have wings shall tell the matter.
That which shall have wings is the birdie shall tell on your behind. Little birdie going to air your behind out. Keep playing. All right, drop that. Micah 7 and 5. For these brothers that like to murmur with their wives, or like to discuss things with their wives that they ought not to discuss. Come on.
Micah chapter 7 and verse 5.
Come on.
Trust ye not in a friend.
Come on.
Put ye not confidence in a God.
Come on.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
You better keep your mouth shut when you're dealing with your wife about certain things. Because one thing, I was talking to a brother about this a couple days ago. One thing for sure, you piss a woman off, she going to air all that stuff out. She going to tell on you so much, she going to tell on herself too. And she ain't even going to give a damn. She telling on herself. She going to air it all out. Y'all brothers better stop telling y'all wife every damn thing. Y'all better stop murmuring with your wife. Because the women cannot keep their mouth closed. I was watching a little TikTok thing yesterday, and I can't remember what the brother's name is, but what did he say? He said, I figured out a thing that men can do that women can't do. And he just stood there not talking. And his wife was sitting there trying to like do it, she crossing her arms looking. Wait, did I do it? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, women can do that. That's crazy. I did it. What are we doing? Oh, your shoulders. What are we doing? Oh, I got you. The eyebrow thing. See, I did it. Women can do that. And the whole time it went right over her head. The thing he was talking about was shut the hell up.
Stop being a damn fool.
The thing that men can do that women can't do is shut the hell up. So when you tell your wife something or murmur to your wife about something or tell her something that she does need to hear and you think it's going to die with her, you are deceiving yourself. You are crazy. You're going to find out the hard way. Because you think she ain't going to tell somebody, she going to tell somebody. You just wait and see. Y'all better stop complaining and murmuring to y'all wives, man, y'all gonna get yourselves in trouble. All right, drop that. Revelations 14:4.
The book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 4.
Come on.
These are they which were not defiled with woman,
Come on.
for they are virgins.
Read.
These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
Come on.
These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb.
All right, don't be defiled with no woman, bro. You understand? Don't be defiled with her. You see her murmuring and complaining and speaking evil against your leadership, you better check her behind. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. You're going to be defiled by them. Y'all been warned. Sirach 22 and 27.
The book of Sirach, chapter 22 and verse 27.
Come on.
Who shall set a watch before my mouth?
Come on.
And a seal of wisdom upon my lips.
Come on.
That I fall not suddenly by them.
Read.
And that my tongue destroy me not.
That's what we all need to meditate on. When you have the mind to complain, you need to meditate on Ecclesiasticus 22 and 27. Who shall set a watch before my mouth, that I fall not suddenly by it, and my tongue destroy me not? Because we just read plenty of examples where brothers and sisters allowed their mouth to destroy them. These are the things you meditate on when that spirit of murmuring rouses up in you, because it happens to us all. We all have a moment of weaknesses because we in this flesh, we battling. And sometimes the flesh will rise up against the spirit and have you thinking stuff that you ought not to think. And then you may have the urge to say something that you ought not to say.
What?
Meditate on this. Proverbs 17 and 27. We almost done.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 27.
Come on.
He that hath knowledge spareth his word.
The person that has knowledge spares their words. A lot of times it's always a brother that's super quiet. And a lot of times, or sister for that matter, and a lot of times they the wisest person in the room. Not always. Sometimes quietness is hiding. Sometimes people don't talk because they hiding. But a lot of times, a brother or sister that got some wisdom, some understanding, they not talking because they sparing their words. It's just they picking their spots wisely. They know, nah, this is stupid. I'm not going to say that. They choosing their words carefully. Read.
He that hath knowledge spareth his words.
Come on.
And a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit.
Come on.
Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise.
Even a fool, when he closes his mouth, is wise. Come on.
And he that setteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding.
Proverbs 29 and 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind.
Hold on. What kind of person uttereth all their mind?
A fool
Come on.
uttereth all his mind.
Some of y'all don't know when to shut the hell up. You say everything and anything that comes into your mind. God said that type of person is a fool. Only a fool will say everything that comes into their mind. Come on.
But a wise man keepeth it in till
But
afterward.
a wise man knows. They kind of funnel through things. No, that's stupid. Don't say that. No, that's crazy. Don't say that. Okay, I can say this. That's what a wise man would do. Drop that. Proverbs 25 and 9. So like I said, it's not that you can't have issues and try to get them fixed. It's just a way to do it. It's a way to go about it, especially if it's an issue with your brother or your sister. Read that. And we understand. We got Matthew 18 and all that. But read that. Proverbs 25 and 9.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 9.
Come on.
Debate thy cause with thy neighbor
Come on.
himself.
Come on.
And discover not a secret to another.
Like I said, don't go to brother so-and-so about brother so-and-so. Go to brother so-and-so and debate your cause with him. Don't discover his evil and his secret to him. He can't fix it. You're murmuring. Go to the brother that has the ability to fix the problem. Lest what? Read on.
Lest he that heareth it put thee to shame.
Lest the brother you talking about hear it and put you to shame and what?
And thine infamy.
And thy what?
Infamy.
Be what?
Turn not away.
Give me the definition of infamy, because that's not a Negro word. Right, so it says the state of being well known for some bad quality or deed. So some of us are known for all of the wrong things. You famous for the wrong stuff. You famous, you're infamous. You're not famous, you're infamous. You're known for complaining. You're known for murmuring. You're known for being out of order or disorderly. You're known for being unruly. You're known for everything outside of being righteous. That's what you're known for. You're infamous. God said, don't do that lest he hear it and put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. Meaning your bad reputation don't be turned away. That's what that's going into. All right. So give me 1 Corinthians 1:10, last scripture. I'm going to wrap it up after this, right? So last scripture. So what are we to do? How are we to be with each other? Are we to murmur and complain and devour each other and try to get each other put to death, get ourselves put to death, destroy what the Lord done raised up great men to build? Or are we to do our part and help continue to build and bear fruits with the thing that the Lord entrusted us to do? Man, woman, or child. Read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10.
Come on.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Come on.
that ye all speak the same thing.
The things that we're supposed to be speaking is the commandments. One such commandment is do all things without murmuring. If we all understand that, we'll be just fine. That doesn't mean there's not going to be issues amongst us. Just stop complaining so damn much. Solve the problem. Don't be like my man, I want problems always. Fix the problem. Come on.
That ye all speak the same thing.
Come on.
And that there be no divisions among you.
And that there be no what?
Divisions among you.
But what?
But that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
That we have the same mind, we have the same judgment, we all on the same page, we all walking in the same spirit. All right. So that's been class. Make sure y'all studying, praying, and applying. Where is it at? Wrong hand. Y'all see that thing in the corner? I ain't gonna go because that line right there, but y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and donate. All right.
We in this building.
Club. Make sure you're paying your arms. We got a lot that we got to do. Also, while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to IUIC Virginia and IUIC Virginia in the classroom. I'm Officer Yosef. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Yeah. What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word